Hello, everybody. Hello, happy Saturday. Happy day 6 of our Sweet Honey in the Rock week. It is so good to see all of you. I'm so glad you're all here. Welcome, everybody, to the daily antidote of song day 450, 60 something. We're really glad you've joined again as we're approaching our 500th day in August. One song every day. For anybody who's out there on Facebook Live or in this room who hasn't been with us before, we love when new folks join our community. Please come sing along with us. We're going to keep this going ad eternitatem, as my mom would say, as my Latin teacher mom would say. So I'm so glad you're all here. Hi to everybody out there on Facebook Live. Great to see you. And hi to all the folks in the room. I want to greet, of course, Aisha Kahlil, who's our song leader for today. Hi, Aisha. We're so glad you're here. I want to also say hello to Deborah in Kentucky. Hi, Deborah. Glad to see you back. It's nice to have you here again. And hello to Dan in Virginia. Good to see you. Susan in Ohio. Hello. Hello, Al. How are you? I don't see your guitar today. Hello to Deli in Maryland. There's his guitar, his old standby. Hi, Deli in Maryland, and Becky in Vancouver, and Carol in Connecticut, and Christiana in Maryland. Hello to Michelle and Steve. Glad to see both of you today. Annette in California. Hello to, well, actually, I only see one. Oh, Michelle and Steve way in the background. Annette in California. Terry, great to see you. Hi, Sheila in Florida. Hello, Kevin in New Hampshire. Nice to see your smile today. Hello to Cricket in Maryland, and Bob in Tucson, and Sarah in Texas, Kathleen in Albuquerque, Arlene in California, Trish in Victoria. Hello, Shari in New Hampshire, Caroline in DC, Bonnie in Idaho, Jamie in Victoria, Luda and Mark. Hello to both of you, and hugs and hearts to you too, coming in from Victoria, and Barb in Kentucky, and Anna in Maine. Hello, nice to see you today. We have a new Next Gen week coming up again with Anna in August, and we're very excited for that. Hello, Kathy in Virginia, and Storm in Mass, and Susan in North Carolina, and Sue, hello, nice to see you. Ann in Nashville, Fred from the DC Labor Chorus, Sandy in the Yukon, Nancy's Irish Cal, Washington State, Hindi in Toronto, hello, and Harriet, hello, Harriet coming in from Chicago, nice to see you. And in fact, maybe happy 80th birthday to Harriet. Woo! All right, we're going to get to that later. And also hello to Mommy in New Jersey. And then folks off video, Joni and Barbara, Ann, Kachina, Lynn, Gwyn, Martha. So glad you've all joined today. And again, another hello to folks out there on Facebook Live. So here we are, celebrating day 6 of our Sweet Honey in the Rock week. We have been talking all week long with a lot of different honeys about Juneteenth, about freedom, about race and social justice issues in our country. And today we are actually having a new song leader. So we had during this week Issei Barnwell, who actually sung with us in the very first week of this program, and many times since then. We've had Louise Robinson and Carol Maylard before. Yesterday we met Rochelle Rice for the first time, and today we are meeting Aisha Kahlil for the first time. Aisha, we are so glad you are here. Welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song.
Thank you.
Thank you. So Aisha, can you tell us what song it is you've picked today?
We're going to be doing Redemption Song today by the iconic Bob Marley.
Beautiful. So I'm looking forward to chatting with you a little bit after you sing about the song. In the meantime, most people, I'm going to bet, in this room know the song, but would you mind singing through the sort of not exactly chorus part once, just so folks can hear it before you start?
Sure. The chorus is, won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? Because all I ever have, redemption songs. And it's, won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? Because all I ever have, redemption song. That's the chorus.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. So for everyone out there here and on Facebook Live, I'm the one running the tech today, so it might be a little slow on popping lyrics in and links in. Please be patient. Aisha, how would you feel about going ahead and singing the whole song with us? And,
okay.
And we'll chat when you're done.
Okay. Old pirates, yes, there have I. Sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit. But my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty, we forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption song. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear for all the negative energy. None of them can stop your time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Well, some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill our book. Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption song. I say, all I ever had, all all I, all I, all I have, all I ever have, freedom, oh, redemption songs, all I have, redemption songs, these songs of freedom. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear for all the negative energy. None of them can stop your time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Oh, some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill, ja, 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 book. Oh, won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? All I ever have, redemption songs, these songs of freedom, redemption songs. These songs of freedom, redemption songs.
Wow.
Excuse me, I caught a frog there.
Aisha, thank you so much, Aisha. That was so beautiful, and loved your all of the you that you brought to that song. Absolutely glorious. So nice to sing that with you. Do you need to grab a glass of water or anything?
Yeah, I do. I got a
Right. I'm gonna fill some space here. Yeah,
okay.
Help yourself. So hello everybody. I'm just putting into the chat right now Aisha's own website, and after the discussion I will also pop into the chat Sweet Honey's website, of course, and the last thing being the Juneteenth celebration, which the tickets go off sale today and it won't be available anymore. So we've been celebrating all week long the Sweet Honey's Juneteenth 2021 celebration concert extravaganza thingamabobber virtual because it was super amazing, and they brought so much to it. And I think probably all of you will agree, we have seen all week long how much each of the honeys bring to the song, to the singing, their voice, their emotion, the way they invest themselves in it. It's so obvious. And I think that's probably one of the things that made it so magical when they were all singing together, both in the concert and on stage. So Aisha, whenever you feel ready, if you want to pop your camera back on, we'll chat for just a bit about the song. And yeah, I'm going to do it too. Everybody feel free to take a sip of your drink at this moment or at any moment. You guys are all on mute. You can take a sip of your drink whenever you want. So let's see. while Aisha is just gathering herself, I am going to say I want to thank really huge thank yous to all the folks who donated to the fundraiser that we did last week. Between the online donations and the checks that came in, we hit 70% of our goal. And that's a goodly amount of assistance that I'm going to have now in trying to reach out to disabled and assisted living facilities in order to broaden our circle with folks who are still and maybe always at home or isolated in some way. So thank you to everybody in the room and all of the donors out there on Facebook Live too. That was really, really great, a great pull, and I really appreciate it. So, all right, Aisha.
Yes.
Can you chat just for a little bit about singing that song as a group with all of the honeys, sort of, you know, at the time when you guys chose to do it, anything about circumstances where you sang it that were memorable, anything you can say about why you all chose it to begin with?
Well, actually, I chose to do the song, and I brought a new arrangement of the song "Too Sweet Honey." I think we were somewhere overseas actually the first time we did it. Might have been in Australia or could have been the UK, someplace like that. But I brought the arrangement, and we began to sing it first totally a cappella, and then as we added other voices to the group, and also with a bass player now who's also with the group, it's taken on another dimension. You know, I can feel like I can stretch out with it more. I tried to do some of that a cappella, but it doesn't work quite as well when you don't have the bass and the other voices singing, you know, along. But you know, it's a great tune. It's a classic. People all over the world know and love the song, and it's one of the songs that really has put Bob Marley in the ranks of iconic, totally classic, iconic a musician, and who has brought so much awareness to his music and so much of spirituality, and so many from the time that he began to write not just this song, but so many songs. So many people all over the globe look to him and look to his writing, his teaching, and inspiration to uplift them and to gain greater insight and awareness, not only to their own selves of how they could be uplifted spiritually, but also to Black people and situations of Black and underprivileged people all over the world.
Thank you. Yes, the words in the song are so pertinent to the then and to the now. And all of the art that you chose, the music and the dance and the poetries and the readings and the character developments that were in the Juneteenth celebration, all also so significant to the whole the whole spiritual movement, the whole sort of activist movement, the whole everything that has gone on decade after decade in this nation. It was all very beautifully encompassed in the Juneteenth celebration. Can you talk a little bit either about how you're feeling right now about the Juneteenth being a national holiday, or anything about being in that production or the parts that you did in that production that were most meaningful to you?
I did redemption song in the show. I also did a song that I've been doing with Sweet Honey for a while, that I actually first started doing when we did our tribute show quite a few years ago. It debuted at Lincoln Center in New York. We did a tribute with Miriam Makeba, Abby Lincoln, Nina Simone, and a few more. And then I began to branch out and sing this song more. And then when Juneteenth hit, it took on a different flavor, a different context for me, just with those words that come at the end. It's feeling good. Almost everyone knows the song. Nina Simone made it a classic. But when it gets to those lyrics, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new day, dawn, a new day, a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. That it hit me, the concept of Juneteenth, and when I thought about our ancestors and my ancestors and what they had to go through all the brutality, all the torture, just moment after moment, day after day, week after week, year after year after year after year, and to have slavery abolished. And then there were so many of my ancestors who didn't even know. It went on suffering, all that anguish, all that torture, brutality for another long period of time before they even knew that they were free. And how they must have felt to actually hear, wow, it's free. This is like, wow, how they even wrap their minds around even the concept of what it would mean to be free. So many of us don't even think about it. We just take it for granted. We're free, we do what we want to do unless we get locked up in jail, then we're not free. Well, we try to be spiritual freedom, which is the base of all freedom. But to actually know what that means, I really understand. I'm free. I might not have any money. I might not know where I'm going. I might not know where my next meal's coming from. Walking away from here, I don't know what's going to be waiting for me. But I know all this is behind me. And I'm going out. I'm free. That to me gave me a whole new understanding and whole new feeling about singing that song. And also, I really love the way that we got together with Sweet Honey, and we put the show together. It was very different from the other live streams that we've done with a lot of the poetry and just the way that it was filmed and recorded, in the recording studio. And it was kind of a cross between a live stream and a recording session, but it wasn't either one of them. You kind of had like one shot to do it, and it was fun. And I think it was very different from things that other people have seen us do. So if you haven't checked it out, I hope you can check it out. I hope you'll enjoy it. I hope it will say something to you and speak something to you musically and to your heart and your awareness as well.
Thank you, Aisha. I have said it a number of times in this room, but I just found it to be so entirely moving. And I had obviously been singing in this room, as many of us had, with different honeys, and I have seen concert videos, but there was, just like you said, something really, really precious about that format that was neither here nor there. It was a living room, it was a recording studio, it was a concert. It was all of it, all wrapped up in one. All of the beautiful close-ups of you, all of you. It was just so amazing, and the heart and the soul that was communicated through that concert just felt to me like a beautiful, not culmination, because of course you guys are going to be singing again and hopefully in live concert soon enough. But it really just felt like it brought so much all together from the places that you've all journeyed in your lives and the places your music has journeyed. So thank you so much for sharing with us what you thought and felt about it. That was really, really gorgeous. So I mentioned before that we have a lovely regular Harriet coming in from Chicago, who is turning 80 years old today. Can we all please give a giant cheer to Harriet? We've had a lot of birthdays in this room we've gotten to celebrate. Aisha, you weren't actually available when we celebrated Issei Barnwell's 75th, but we had a very large extravaganza in this room, complete with lots and lots of folks and celebrations. And it's given us the excuse to call out lots of folks whenever they're having birthdays, especially folks who are here so often that we feel like we've known them forever, Harriet. So I've never met Harriet in person, but she has amongst the sister pool, as many of you sisters and brothers in this room have become. Aisha, I'm wondering if you would be willing to help me celebrate Harriet's birthday.
Sure, Harriet. Happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you. And may all your dreams come true.
Woo! Thank you, Aisha, so much. And thank you and happy birthday, Harriet. We are so glad you're here. Happy 80th birthday. It's so much fun to celebrate you and Aisha, you made that super special. That was really, really beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, so gang, it is Saturday and we all know everybody has places to go and things to do and universes to conquer. So I am going to see Aisha, would you be willing to sing us even just the sort of chorus, maybe twice through more, or whatever part of the song you feel moved to sing. We'd love to sing along with you again.
Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear for negative energy. None of them can stop your time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill. Ja, 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 ja. Ja, 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 book. Oh, won't you help me sing all these songs of freedom, all I ever had. Redemption song, I say all I ever had. Redemption song.
Woo, thank you, Aisha. Completely beautiful. Thank you so much again for joining us in the room. It's been really nice to have you. We are all very happy to meet you. I did forget to ask you while we were still live here what the title of the album CD was that we were talking about earlier.
Oh, my CD is called Journey to My Car.
Okay.
Journey to My Car.
Okay, and you said that it's available.
Well, I was available on CD Baby, but they're not anymore. But it might still be available on Amazon or on iTunes.
Great.
I'm not quite sure. I was selling it at performances. I haven't been doing them, so.
That's great. Okay, well, so now we all have an excuse to come to one of the Sweet Honey performances so that we can buy your CD in person. Do you have any upcoming concerts yet that you already know are going to be happening in person, or is it all still a big mush?
Well, we actually had our first live concert since the pandemic in North Carolina on the 18th at the Museum of Art outdoors. It was beautiful. It was so good to be back in front of a live audience again, and a very appreciative audience. 100 stars. It was really, really nice. And we'll be doing a collaboration with the Crossroads Theater in New Brunswick, New Jersey. So that would be premiering on September 25th, and we'll have a 3-week run after that. So maybe if you're anywhere around there, you can check that out. And bookings are slowly starting to come back in. I think some presenters are still a little bit, edgy about it, but we just leave everything in the hands of Most High and see how things work out.
Very nice. Thank you. So I know that my mom is bouncing up and down now behind her screen because New Brunswick, New Jersey is right now where she lives, which also makes it very easy for me to show up in New Brunswick, New Jersey. So I will definitely be seeing you sometime around September 25. And then there's an open invite to anybody else who feels like being in New Jersey sometime around September 25. We can coordinate and all end up there on the same day. And that will be super duper fun. So thank you again so much. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody on Facebook Live. Thanks so much for joining us, and can't wait to see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow we have at least 2, maybe 3 Sweet Honeys who are going to sing us some verses to 1 or 2 songs as a closing out. The link is in the chat for the Sweet Honeys Juneteenth concert. And thanks again so much for joining us, and hope to see you soon. Bye, Facebook.